Hello, nonfiction readers. Mrs. Burke here. So yesterday we did such amazing nonfiction reading, and the details that you guys were telling me as I was walking around were unbelievable. One student shared that 1,000,000 Earths could fit inside the sun. And that fact alone kind of blew me away for the rest of the day, right? To think that, wow, 1,000,000 Earths, right? Thinking about how big the sun is and how small our Earth is in comparison, right? That was a detail that really got me thinking all day long. Even on my drive home, I was still thinking about it, right? So I felt like my brain got smarter just from hearing you guys talk yesterday about all of these amazing details in your stories. And readers, as we read, the most powerful nonfiction readers, they read intensely, constantly thinking about the details in their books. And they read and they notice small details, and then they stop and they think about what they're learning as they're reading. So we're going to do this type of brainy work with our book, Mummies. So here we're at the chapter Mummy Making. And I'm noticing, right? We're going to use those two sentence stems. I'm noticing and I'm learning. So I'm noticing just from looking at the pictures, it looks like this is the type of mummy that has like a tomb, right? And looks like the body's been prepared, probably wrapped in some linens. And then over here on the left, I don't really know what that is. It looks like almost hair or fur of some kind, right? But it looks like this body is just the same size as the coffin it's being put in. Okay, now let me read. When something dies, it decays. Insects, wild animals, and bacteria eat parts of the body. Oh, so decays is when the body like goes away, like gets reduced a little at a time, right? And so it seems like this tomb and all of these cloths really, they help the body prevent it from being decayed. Ah, interesting. A mummy is a dead body that doesn't decay. Oh, so that is what is so special about a mummy, right? And even I see this picture on the right, like this guy or gal over here, right? They're in pretty good shape, and I'm guessing, like we talked about yesterday, this could be over thousands of years old, right? So this is not decaying very much at all. You can still see the skin, right? You can see fingernails. It's not decaying. It's not wearing away. So that's really teaching me that this process of creating a mummy is amazing, right? That it can preserve bodies like this. So readers, you watched how I pored over the pictures. I pored over the paragraphs. I thought about the vocabulary that I was reading, right? And I didn't just read it fast. I really stopped and I thought about the details that I was reading, what I was noticing, and what it was helping me learn. So now, readers, now it's your turn. I want you to think about what you're noticing and then what you're learning, okay? A mummy can be made in two ways. People can use bacteria-killing chemicals to make mummies, or if a body is in the right place at the right time, it can also become a mummy naturally. In those places, any dead body might become a mummy. And here's our word wrap vocab. Bacteria are tiny living things that can only be seen through a microscope, and decay means to rot or break down, right? So readers, what are you noticing? What are you learning? I'll give you a second. So readers, you might have been thinking about how these mummies, they seem to be there seem to be these two ways that we can make mummies, right? We can either put these bacteria killing chemicals that help the bodies not decay, right? Like the Egyptians did. But then too, if they're in the right time or place, maybe like the one we saw yesterday, the one that was all blackened, right? That we found, that farmer found in the swamp. Maybe that one became a mummy naturally, just because of the right place at the right time, right? So readers, as you read, do this brainy work of really stopping and thinking about the details that you see on every page. Remember, details don't just come from the words on the page. They come from the pictures too. Okay? I can't wait for you to get started on today's brainy work.